The T20 World Champions are back onto the field, but this time is the next generation that will take forward this format of the game. I have Rohan with me. Rohan, you can see on the screen it's Shubman Gill leading, VVS Laxman, the interim
Yeah.
coach for us. What's the plan? What you can say for the T20 series against Zimbabwe?
Plan I think is to give as many chances to the youngsters who are playing here because the regulars still I think partying, celebrating the World Cup win. So I think these guys will get a chance to shine because all have been proven credentials in the IPL. So I think moving forward, whoever will be doing well, I think they can get a chance in the coming year or so in the T20s as well as the couple of years later T20 World Cup. I think this like trial run for all these guys. So let's just enjoy these guys. So they have the talent. Let's hope they win.
You said about 2026 T20 World Cup. Who is the front runner to lead the Indian side? No Rohit, no Virat. Is it Hardik who is the next person that will lead the side?
Possibly, but we need to think Hardik's workload also, Pritam, because he's an all-rounder, and the kind of injuries that he has had over the years, can he be a long-term for last two? I mean, for the next 2 years, we need to think about. So alternate plans also like a Shubman Gill, possibly even a Sanju if possible, because he's pretty calm and has a good record for the Rajasthan Royals in IPL. So I think these youngsters, if they can share the mantle, I think that will relieve a little bit for Hardik, so that he can be more you can say well rested for the T20 World Cup in case he has to lead.
Okay, so according to you, this is the plan. But on the other hand, their opponents, which is the host, to be honest, it is Sikandar Raza. I think he's a champion kind of a player, knows most of these players because of the IPL. Let's take a look into what does the squad look like, starting with Team India. You said about IPL, so many Indian Premier League players. Shubman Gill, Ruturaj Gaikwad, the two openers. Alongside, there are more openers. Sai Sudarshan has made it to the squad just because
Yeah.
we had a couple of Yashas Vijayaswal not being part, Shivam Dubey not being part, Abhishek Sharma, a player to watch out for definitely. I think the way he has set 2024 for the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Riyan Parag finally has got the Indian jersey on his shoulders. Then you have Rinku Singh. He must be still guarded, but he goes with God's plan. He still had the trophy in his hand in the field despite not participating. Dhruv Jurel and Jitesh Sharma, the two wicket keepers for there. No Sanju Samson as well. So,
Yeah.
what's your take on this squad for India, the first 8 players?
Very exciting, as we just said. All of them had a very good IPL and last couple of IPLs, to be honest. But I am more excited with someone like an Abhishek Sharma, as you said, not just because an explosive batter at the top of the order as a left-hander, but he's also one of the few batters who can bowl for us. That's something that was missing in the balance of the team that we had currently. Yes, they're world champions, but you need to have those couple of overs here and there so that kind of gives you more options as a captain. I think Abhishek Sharma kind of fits that bill. I'll say he was a bit unlucky to miss out on this World Cup spot, but I think hard work does pay. So I think I'm more excited to see someone like Abhishek do well. Of course, Riyan Parag, all the talk and trolls and hype that the young man has gone through last couple of years, I'm sure, but he has worked on his game in domestic cricket as well as that performance shown in the IPL. I think he's become much more calmer and mature. Finally, I'll say he's known his game now. And again, another guy who can ball a little bit of whatever you want to call that he balls. But
Correct. The
I think again,
slinging kind of an
option
action.
a mix. We used to have like what Sachin Paji used to
Kedar
bowl.
Jadhav.
Or Kedar Jadhav, mix bhaji kind of stuff as we used to call that. But you never know these guys. But again, another guy, I know they're on the way because of this delay due to the hurricane in Barbados. Yashasvi, Rinku, Sanju, and few who else is missing out?
Shivam Dubey is there.
Shivam Dubey, I think all got delayed for the first couple of games. I think these guys who will be coming in, Sai Sudarshan, Jitesh, as well as Harshit Rana again will be joining the squad. But Rinku Singh, unfortunate to miss out on the squad in the reserves. I think because of again that flight delay and stuff, he may miss out on the first couple of games as well here. So I think we need that kind of a power hitter at the finishing back end of the innings. I think Rinku fits that bill pretty well. So I'll be more excited to see how these guys come through. Jurel, fantastic series against England. Again, not so much delivered in the IPL for whatever reasons, but he has the talent, he has the game, I feel, to excel. And again, someone like Zimbabwe, I think it'll give him more a relaxed kind of attitude, knowing that he'll be starting the game because Sanju is still not arrived. So I think having a couple of games early will kind of set the tone for him and get the best out of Dhruv Jurel, I feel. But again, the top of the order, Shubman Gill, Rutraj Gaikwad, I think this will be the engine room for us. If they guys get cracking, I think it will make the job easier for the rest of them to follow.
Okay, so you have summed it up. You said about the two wicket keepers, Jitesh is out there, but I will like to know the reason behind once again. No Ishan Kishan, no Shreyas Iyer. Is it still the contract issue?
Uh, what do you say? What do you unfortunate or what are the fitness standards and the requirement to play domestic cricket, I think, but talented players, I know their time will come because long season ahead, a lot of formats available, and I'm pretty sure a lot of rotation will be in the place as well. I'm sure they'll get the chance, but whoever have got a chance here, I think let's keep them going, and I hope they deliver and make India proud, because end of the day they're representing India, right? They're in an international game. uh,
Absolutely.
Whether the seniors are there or not, it's a different thing. But I'm pretty sure these guys are talented. They need just one or two guys bit senior, like a Gill maybe or a Gaikwad, to just be that big brother kind of guy around them. I think these guys will excel definitely.
Absolutely. And moving on to the bowlers, the all-rounders out there, no Shivam Dube. So Washington Sundar will be there. I think he will definitely be the all-rounder in that role. Ravi Bishnoi, good to see finally him back. But similar question, Rinku Singh did not participate, but was part of the squad. Whereas Yuzvendra Chahal, once again, another World Cup, did not participate, but he should have deserved to be part of this one. Avesh Khan is here, but probably he will not play as well the first couple of games. Harshit Rana is there. Khalil Ahmed, Mukesh Kumar had a fantastic Bengal promoted T20 league. And then you go to Deshpande. So there are a lot of pacers out here, so many good pacers in the numbers, but talk us through these bowlers, please.
Ravi Bishnoi, I think unfortunate to miss out because he was the number one ranked T20 bowler as well in the recent months. But I think Charles little bit of edge there kind of got him in that World Cup squad, but didn't get to play unfortunately. So he's neither playing there nor in this squad, which is a kind of a second string. I think he would have hoped to at least get a game here. But somebody's loss is somebody's gain. End of the day. But Bishnoi, I think against the Zimbabwe players, I think he can be very much wicket taking force because wrist spinners do well against the smaller teams. I feel just like how we saw Kuldeep dominate pretty well against the if the pitches are favoring definitely. But Bishnoi again is a kind of a bowler who can
But I
bowl in
still
any.
thought, I'm sorry to cut you, Rohan,
Yeah,
but I still thought Kuldeep in the final tried to bowl a little bit quicker.
I think the excitement as well as the guy at the other end, Henrik Klaassen, I think that kind of messed with his length. I feel because a power hitter is there. You look to be a bit more defensive at times rather than against other teams we saw against England or even Bangladesh. He was looking for wickets. I think when your strength is to give it a good rip and spin the ball from a good length, which he was doing throughout this last season, I feel suddenly he was bowling a bit too fuller, a bit too quicker. He was not quite his he was away from his game plan, I felt basically. I think Ravi Bishnoi, because of his again pedigree that he can bowl in all phases of the game, and I think even at the death as well, being a spinner, I think that gives him a good chance to excel on this tour. Washi, if he's fit, I think a very quality player, good handy batter, good enough off spin. Again, he can bowl in the power play as well because we do miss that finger spinner up front if required, because we don't know how long someone like Ash can go on in test, because we do need a off spinner in test matches. If Washi can up his game a little bit more, he has the skills. It's just the fitness side of things and more game time red ball cricket. I think that will improve his line and length more, I feel. But others, Khalil again is still in the West Indies. I think celebrating difficult for him or Avesh to join this squad earlier. But Mukesh, as you said, has been a very consistent bowler there. Kind of goes under the radar, but he gets your job done, not just up front with the new ball, but he has a very good Yorker at the death overs as well. So I'm excited to see Mukesh do well. Deshpande, I think from last IPL to this IPL, a huge improvement in terms of his
Yeah,
what do you call game plan and game sense, basically where to ball and the kind of variations also which has developed. Of course he can bat as well. That's something we always look for in the T20 game, bowlers who can chip in with few handy runs. I think these are very vital. Someone like Shardul was tried and all. Harshit Rana can be a decent batter at the bottom. So let's see how these guys go, because all again, as we saw, have the talent and skills. It's just that on the day if they can excel, I think this will give them more
if they can
confidence as well
execute.
as fans and selectors in the coming series ahead.
Absolutely, and that's more important. Young blood, if they can execute, that will be the best thing possible and relief for somebody like Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli to pass on the weight into these young generation. But going to the opponents, the hosts, to be honest, they have a lot of players, very new faces. I must tell you, Rohan, Innocent Kaya is there, Murumani is there, Then you have Sikandar Raza, who is the captain out there. He will lead the charge from the front. You have Brian Bennett as well. Faraz Akram is there. So many good players out there. You spoke about Anton Nakwi. If you can speak about in general their batting unit for Zimbabweans, please.
I think the quality side, they were unfortunate to miss out on the T20 qualification because even the 50 over qualifications at home, I think they really missed out. I think their quality team and especially in the fielding department, they're one of the best in the world, I can say. It's just that as
Correct.
a batting unit, if they can get runs on board, I think they'll will challenge any team. Someone like Sikandara is a vastly experienced plays leagues all around the world, even in the IPL, as you said, knows about the Indian players as well. I think being an experienced player as well as a captain, I think he can add a lot of value to this team. But someone you said, Antum Nakwi, very promising player, young player. He was one of the first Zimbabwe batters to score a triple hundred in first class cricket. Huge average, kind of
Wow.
um, upcoming potential star is what people go with him. I'm not sure how it will be in T20s, but definitely a guy to watch out for if he keeps his head steady. I'm pretty sure he's going to do well. But lots of youngsters, as we see there, not much known, but I'm pretty sure a lot of promise is there in their local Logan Cups and all. They have scored a lot of runs for Zimbabwe to get selected. Innocent Kaya, we have seen him earlier as well. I think they can challenge us definitely. I'm sure at their home grounds, they'll be no used to the conditions, and I think it'll be a good fight for the Indians against this Zimbabwean team.
Absolutely. And when you talk about their paces, I think that's where they come out all guns blazing. You have Wellington Masakadza playing for a long, long time. You have the left arm spinner. You're Blessing Murzabani. I think he's going to be a threat because of his height out there. Then you have Richard Dakarwa. So the bowling attack is really good. If they can dismantle the Indian young batting unit, that's going to be something they watch out for because they will have the 12th man. It's going to be played at the Harare Stadium. So I think Zimbabwe can fancy their chances. But when it comes to be done with the squad, what are the fixtures as well as where the match is going to be played? Let's take a look. Here is the fixtures: 5 T20s in a span of 8 days, Rohan. 6 July, 7 July, back to back days. Then you have 10th, 13th, and 14th. 5 T20s at the Harare Sports Club. 4:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So it's going to be a good game, I assume. But 5 T20s is a massive opportunity for the Team India as well as the coaching staff. If we are done and dusted with the series, we can give a lot of opportunities to some of the players.
Definitely. I mean, as you said, it's thick and fast fixtures here, especially two back-to-back games. It'll be hectic on the body of the players because end of the day, it's a different country altogether, time zones, etc. The weather conditions, it'll take its toll. It won't be easy, even though it's a short format of T20. How well the players adapt and execute the skills will be equally high. But as you said, if we can get a couple of games ahead with victories, I'm definitely guaranteed that others on the bench will be given good chances so that all can be be played in the coming series ahead.
Okay, so that's what we say about the fixtures is done and dusted. Let's take a look into the last 5 times these two teams met and what is the head-to-head record. Yeah, it is head-to-head when it comes to 8 times these two teams have met each other. Twice Zimbabwe won at home. India did not play each other at home. 5 times away from home, including that game in the 2022 World Cup at MCG. But talking about when the run of form, 3 times India won in a row, 2 times Zimbabwe. It's a home game for Zimbabwe, home series. So can you think them fancying win at least a game in this series?
Definitely, I feel. I mean, since we are a very young team that we are carrying, I'm not sure if Zimbabwe can pull one under the leg because they are used to the conditions and more experienced, I feel, internationally and to the
Correct.
conditions. And all the 5 games are at Harare. They do love to play at Harare and they've been playing for a long, long time. So I think the toss factors and knowing the small things about the pitches or the ground conditions, it will be beneficial for them. So if until how quickly India can adapt to those small little
Adapt to the
details.
conditions. Yeah.
Yeah, conditions as because end of the India has the more power game, I feel, in terms of batting as well as the bowling resources. It's just that Zimbabwe can be very smart with the bowling or batting. I think they can be kind of taking that game against us, at least one game. But end of the day, I think even if they win one, I think that will sting India more and make them more better. So sometimes that can be also a catalyst to these players to step the game up, not take it easy or light, thinking it's just Zimbabwe or anything. So that can hurt them a little bit. But I feel India should win this much more convincingly.
Okay, so India should win this convincingly. We'll come to the predictions time as it follows, but let's take a look into the top three players to watch out for. Here are the top three players for both the sides. Starting from India, it's Shubman Gill, Riyan Parag, and Ravi Bishnoi for me. And for Zimbabwe, Sikandar Raza, Blessing Muzarabani, and Nakarwa. If you can sum it up, all the six players, please. Any changes for you, Rohan, especially for India?
Maybe not in the first couple of games, but definitely once they arrive, I think I'll look at someone like Rinku Singh because we want him very genuinely
I
wholehearted
expected, to be
player.
honest.
Because you want those kind of guys to do well at any given point of the day, and he has a stunning strike rate as well as average in the limited opportunities that he has got. And I am pretty sure on the field also will excel. Zimbabwe, I think there's Tendai Chatara, who is a decent seamer, experience too. I think he can be a bit of a threat for the Indian batters. But India, as you said, Shubman Gill,
Okay,
Riyan Parag, I think these guys will be looking to put their what do you call their name up there to say that I am dominating in this series and show who they
absolutely.
are. So I think India should strengthen this overall. Whoever plays, I'm pretty sure the power hitting will be the what do you call the deciding factor. Someone like Abhishek Sharma that we are speaking, if he can come good, that will be even more great for Indian cricket.
Absolutely. The brand of cricket India is playing since 2023, I don't think so. They will change that. To be honest, we're done with the top three players. Let's take a look into the predicted playing 11. Here it is for India. I start off things with Shubman Gill, Yashasvi Jaiswal. I'm seeing in text of when everybody is back and available.
Yeah.
Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill, Abhishek Sharma at 3, Riyan Parag at 4, Dhruv Jurel or Sanju Samson as my wicketkeeper batsman, Rinku Singh, Washington Sundar, Ravi Bishnoi, and the three pacers at the below. Any changes for you? What is the combination according to you, Rohan?
And pretty much the same template that you say, Pritam. It's just that, as you said, as and when somebody is available or not, I think just the personnel will change, but the template of keeping the depth, because someone like Washi gives you that flexibility at number seven. To he can bat up the order as well, but at the back end you need those power hitters. Someone like Rinku there, or even Shivam Dube once he comes in. All these guys will give you that.
Yeah,
Power hitting at the back half of the innings, but I'll be keenly watching someone like a Mukesh how he does well. Khalil has been very impressive, though not so discussed. But I think for Delhi Capitals, I think he was one of the stars, to be honest, this season with his left arm angle and picking up wickets regularly with the semi-new ball as well as up front. And he has good bounce as well. I think the time when he debuted for India, I think he wasn't as consistent, but I feel he's got more fitter and a good potential left arm variant for India in the coming years. Avesh definitely. Deshpande
absolutely.
is another guy who can come in and do a good job for them. And end of it, I feel Pritam, as you said, whoever plays, I think the template will be same. Go out there, express themselves, and enjoy the game.
Absolutely. And I think that's going to be the ploy for going to the opponents, which is the host, led by Sikandar Raza. I think they played a wonderful series against Bangladesh before the World Cup. I think they are not going to change much. The experienced guys are not there. The picture which is not there is Zavantum Nakwi, as you spoke about. The bowling attack is very lethal. So let's see if Zimbabwe, if they can surprise the young generation, and if they can pull things off. But what is going to be the five-match test series predictions? Let's take a look with Rohan. It's time for the predictions time. India versus Zimbabwe at the Harare Sports Cricket Ground. Five-match T20 series. Give your predictions, Rohan. What is the five-match T20 series number you're expecting?
I would love to see it a 5-0 complete whitewash, Pritam, but uh, giving due respect to Zimbabwe, maybe a game for them and maybe a 4-1 for India. But at the end of the day, the nature and the way India play will be more important, because the result will take care of it itself. I feel in the end, how the youngsters step up and play their roles that's given to them at any point of time. I think that will be more important going forward, because this series, end of the day, is should be just a trial run for these guys, a kind of lead up to the next T20 World Cup, as well as I think pretty much following this, there's a Sri Lanka tour as well. So more continuity will be
Correct.
seen, and hope maybe a couple of them can from the original squad will join in there too, because that's what I expected. Some of the seniors may play there too. These guys
Correct.
who will be doing well will be available throughout. So let's hope whoever get a chance showcase their skills and makes the country proud, and as well as put a name of themselves that they are here for the big league, not just for the IPL only.
Absolutely. You just summed it up so very well. Thank you so much, Rohan. India versus Zimbabwe T20 series coming up very soon. Sit back and enjoy. I understand this World Cup win has yet to be synced in for all of you, including ourselves as well. but see the highlights as many times as you can. But cricket continues. India versus Zimbabwe coming up all the way from the Harare Sports Complex. So thank you so much, Ron. Thank you to all the viewers for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Fifth Umpire. Press the bell icon as well. Today, thank you so much.